but there is ETR, there is EFS, and then I always get this wrong. It's ETL or ELT?
ELT.
See, I always get it wrong.
Yeah.
So can you take a minute and kind of explain what each of those services are?
Sure.
So thank you guys once again for joining us. Today we're here with Mike Simon from Autodata Direct. We've talked in other videos about the importance and new technology called electronic filing. And so Autodata Direct, among many other things, is one of the few EFS providers here in the state of Florida. So if there's one thing that I've learned about this industry is there are alphabet soup, acronyms, galore. Is acronyms?
Acronyms, yeah.
Acronyms,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, in fact, we have an acronym list. Anybody who's new to the company or whatever, we have it all printed out and you hand it to you. Say, hey, learn this.
ADD, Autodata Direct, yeah.
Yeah.
It gets a little confusing.
So I'll start with ETR, which is the Electronic Temporary Registration System.
Okay.
So that is the ability to actually facilitate temporary tags, to create temporary tags in your dealership via a print-on-demand function. So, for example, we are a ETR provider.
Mm-hmm.
We provide a web interface to the dealer, so they'll go and actually buy material from us for the temporary tags.
So those are the tags that I see flapping in the wind on new
but
cars?
ours don't flap.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Some flap, but ours don't flap.
Okay.
But yeah, so and then they just print them off, go right in the back of the car. It's on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper that's actually called Teslin that we use. So it's a water resistant material.
Okay, because it never rains in Florida.
Never rains in Florida, no. Yeah. So and then it just goes right in the tag well of the car. You don't need a bag or anything like that. No plastic involved.
Okay.
That.
All right, excellent. So that's ETR.
Yeah.
So the next one is
EFS.
FS. Okay.
Yeah. So a complement to ETR, or sometimes we call it an upgrade from ETR, is EFS. And so the difference there is that EFS is a permanent version of ETR. Okay. So your tag situation, whether you're issuing a brand new tag or you're transferring a customer's tag that they already have, it's done permanently at that point. So there's no temporary basis there.
Okay.
So that's the electronic filing system.
Okay.
That differs also in that your paperwork, so all the dealers' paperwork that they have, does not have to physically go to the tax collector's office. It's actually scanned into our web interface and electronically submitted to the tax collector to be graded.
So I don't have to go and wait in line?
You don't have to go wait in line. No.
That sounds attractive.
No. Or have your deals dropped off, and then have to come back and get them, or you can only drop off a few at a time, just depending on, what the situation is. But no. So all of your deals are then submitted electronically in the system, graded. Once they're finalized in the system, you're just sent a message, and the title registration fees for the state are ACH'd from your checking account directly to the tax collector, who facilitates the transaction to send the money to the state. So it's really a paperless process. Even titles are scanned into the system. Now, of course, you have to hold on to that paperwork. It all has to go in your deal jacket because you will get inspected by the state.
A lot of dealers make copies of that paperwork anyway, just for record purposes.
Yeah.
So in this case, they just be keeping the originals rather than having to make a copy.
Yeah, but another great reason why you would use that is that if you do make a mistake, you do have a problem on, say, a power of attorney form. Maybe there's a signature that was missed. Well, instead of having to go back and forth with the paper with the tax collector and driving back down and coming back and go and get the customer and whatever, you just simply take the form, go to the customer, get it redone, resubmit it electronically through the system.
Gotcha.
And the deal's still open, so it gets fixed and updated quickly.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. And then the last one is ELT.
Yeah, ELT. So that's the Electronic Lien Title System. So you got to think of that as more for the finance company side. So a lot of our clients are buy here, pay here dealers, which means that they're not only a dealer, but they're also a finance company because they're holding the loan themselves. So there's a requirement in Florida to all finance companies that are placing a lien on a vehicle, vessel, or mobile home. They have to utilize the ELT system. So once your paperwork is all done with your selling the car, you're actually taking on the title registration form and adding a lien on there anyway.
Okay.
So you would put the ELT number that you've applied for and that you have on there. You submit the title, and then at that point it all becomes electronic.
Okay.
So your title doesn't come back to you as the lien holder to hold on in paper form. It comes back in a message format in the electronic interface or the web interface that we provide.
I got you. So
Customers.
everything's digital now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And it's all in one interface. So if you're using, in theory, if you're using an EFS process and you're using ELT to do your liens, it's just about fully electronic. There's
Okay.
no paper that's going back and forth.
So I guess one way to kind of summarize the three different categories would be ETR is going to be just a temporary license plate.
Right.
EFS is permanent license plate and title,
Mhm.
and then ELT is the lien.
Right.
And so those are kind of the full breadth and gamut of the electronic process.
Correct.
Now, I know that there are a lot of different vendors in each of those spaces. Is there some of those services that you guys provide, or only one or two? How does that kind of work with ADD?
Yeah, so we provide all of them,
Okay.
and it's all in one interface. So it's the same account.
Okay.
You fund it all just the same way. So it's all one pool of money that you're pulling from. Everything. We try to make it as simple as possible for dealers to get access to all of that technology just in their one account. So
Okay, and that also would then include the Nvidius checks and
all that's
the dealer.
available, yeah, right through the same system, and it's even placed into the system where you would want to look at it or need to look at it
Okay.
to pull the data from. So
All right. Excellent. Well, once again, Mike, I really appreciate you taking the time today.
yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you check out the rest of our videos. We touched on a number of topics, and so make sure you check those out. But again, Mike, thanks so
Yeah,
much.
appreciate it.